Hello everyone and welcome to the Paint and Picnic virtual workshop. Today we are going to be making the cutest little pink VW bus that sits on the beach. Here are all of the colors we're going to be using. Don't worry if we go too fast. We're going to have all of them put in the description box below. So today we're going to start off by turning our canvas from landscape to portrait. Using our pencil, we're going to start sketching. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to start towards the bottom of our canvas and just make a medium-sized line, leaving about 2 inches on each side. From there, we're going to connect it with this C-like hoop, and this is going to start the body for our VW bus. After that, on each side, we're going to create these rectangles, making sure we leave just a little bit over. From there, we're going to go ahead and go up about a 1/2 inch from the bottom and create this rectangle that is going to be our bottom bumper. After that, I'm going through and I'm adding the circles in the top of our bus. From there, we're going to take from both of the sides and we're just going to draw these out. After that, we're going to go through and we're going to be adding our little rear view mirrors, and we're just doing this with a very small stick line and a circle. After that, we're going to go through and we're going to make a smaller rectangle in the middle of where we put those 2 arches. And 2 more smaller rectangles in the middle of those. From there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start making our windows. Now, this is a great time to adjust if you need to. Go ahead and we're going to be making them each one about the same size of the arch, connecting them in the middle where the license plate meets. And this is going to kind of be also where we want it to be relatively symmetrical, because the bus itself, obviously, in real life is going to be symmetrical. And so this is going to give it a more real look, if you will. From there, we're going to go through and we're going to be adding our logo. Now, we're going to put a heart around our logo because this is our cute little pink VW bus. If you want, you can take this out or you can change it to a star or whatever you want. And then we're going to put the Volkswagen logo in the middle. On my license plate, I've put CCTX for Corpus Christi, Texas. And now I'm just going through and reestablishing any of my lines. This is a great moment to clean it up if you want to add a little bit more to each side. Like I said, we're just trying to keep it symmetrical. From there, we're going to go through and we're going to make our beach. Now we're doing this by making squiggle lines going back. We're going to start about 1 inch from our canvas and go all the way towards the back of our VW bus. From there, we're going to make a solid line going across our canvas. Doesn't really matter where you make this, but this will be your water line. And a circle up at the top for our sun. This is what your canvas should look like after it's done being sketched. From there, we're now going in with paints. We're going to go in with this blue and white color. We're going to make this very, very dark blue. Starting at the bottom of our canvas, we're going to go ahead and add this really dark blue color. And we're just very lightly striking across, trying not to go over that little squiggle line that we made, because that's where we're going to be creating that thin white color that you get from the waves as it brushes up against the sand. From there, we're going to take in with more white, and we're just going to pull this up the canvas, leaving whatever dark blue we have on there. Now, as you can see, I have grabbed enough white paint that I am going to be able to do all of that lighter blue area. And that's kind of what you want, because you want both sides of this VW bus to have about the same color. That way it looks like all of the same body of water. And as you can see, I'm going over to the other side. And like I said, I haven't tipped into any more. I'm just using that same color that's on my brush, and I've established where I'm going to pull it down. And we're just filling in from there the same as we did on the other side. As you can see, I'm almost done. And this doesn't have to be 100% perfect, you guys, because we will be relining our VW bus. Now from there, as you can see, I'm going back in and I'm just blending this out. We want it to kind of have this ombre effect of dark to light. Perfect. From there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go in with this white color, and we're just going to be putting it along the edge of our blue line as we go towards our VW bus. Now this is where we want to make sure we're not pulling too much of that blue in. We want it to look like that white that hits the waves when you're at the beach. So we want to keep that white color. So if you feel like you have too much of that blue, you can just take a paper towel or something and wipe off your brush and grab more of that white and kind of stipple over it. After that, we're going to be going in with this darker brown, and we're also going to be making this really beautiful sandy color. And as you can see, I'm going to start off with the sandy color first, and we are just filling in our sand. We want to keep this color going all the way to the white, but don't highlight the white first. As you can see, I'm kind of going through and I'm doing my darker areas first, and that's because it's going to make it easier to blend later. So I'm just barely not touching where we had just previously put white, and I'm just filling in where we need our sand. From here, I've added that really beautiful lighter brown, and we're just going to make very light strike marks across the sand, kind of giving it that indentation like it's been driven over before. From there, I'm going to go back through, and I'm going to use the white and our darker blue color, and I'm going to make a blue that's just slightly lighter than our water, and we're just going to be filling in our sky. And as you can see, I'm not being perfect here. I'm just throwing it on the canvas. If you want to make your sky a little bit more textured, you can, but that's totally up to you. We're going to go in with that plain blue, and we're just going to be outlining the very bottom, and this is just going to create some separation in between that sky and our ocean. And of course, I'm going through and I'm also blending down, so we're going to make our line and blend the line so that it looks quite a bit more seamless. From here, we're just going to go in with this very beautiful pink color, and we're going to start on our pink spots of our VW bus. So we're going to go from arch 1 to arch 2 and then back up to the top, and also we're going to be doing our rear view mirrors. From here, we're going to go in with this really beautiful gray and white, and we're going to start painting our bumper. And we're just going to go ahead and go from left to right, being careful not to go too far over into that white and the sand, and of course, over highlighting into the pink areas of our VW bus. From here, we're just going to add a little bit more white, and we're going to go in with a slightly lighter gray color, highlighting the bottom, and then also doing these little notches in our bumper. From here, we're going to go ahead and go in with this really dark black, and we're going to be going through and putting our tires on. So these are going to be those 2 rectangles we made at the bottom of our bumper. And like I said, we're just going through and very lightly going over them, creating a rounder shape at the bottom and a straighter shape at the top. From here, I'm going to go in with this white color, and we're going to be doing our headlights, and then we're also going to be doing the body portion of our VW bus. Do be careful not to cover any of the pencil marks that we made for our windows or for our logo, and also be careful not to go too far over into our pink spots of our VW bus. From here, we're going to go in with that same light blue that we'd used for our sky, and we're just going to be very lightly outlining our VW bus and adding these blue accents everywhere. Now, everyone's going to look a little bit different when they create this, but I just kind of add it to wherever I feel like there would be a line of definition or where my eye would be drawn naturally. After that, we're going to go in with this yellow, and we're just going to be creating this really beautiful sun. And I'm not going in with very much of this yellow because it is a very deep color. And then I'm spreading it out thin, creating this circular motion that will give us this kind of swirly texture to our sun. After that, I'm going to go ahead and highlight everything with a Sharpie. Of course, I'm waiting until after my acrylic is dried, and I'm putting on the letters on my license plate, highlighting our headlights, and then, of course, going through and adding texture anywhere I feel like it needs it. And that's it. That's our VW bus. I hope you guys liked it, and thanks so much for coming along with us.